Hello, my name's Michael Conneely, and this is a video about the shamanic journey. What is a shamanic journey? The shamanic journey is the first module in my shamanic healer course on my Earth Star Web website. And basically, I think traditionally, what we do is lie down or sit and play trance drumming, or listen to an audio, or maybe someone else is doing the drumming. And we let our mind go free from this world so that we are open to other worlds that penetrate this world, and even to spirits and to inspiration. So what you'd normally do is choose a quiet place, maybe purify the place, possibly blindfold yourself, and maybe have an intention, but don't hold that intention too rigidly. Be open to what the spirit world wants to tell you. Be open to what your higher self wants you to encounter. And traditionally, the shamanic journey, we visualize ourselves walking across this world, Middle Earth, often approaching the tree of life and deciding whether to go up to the upper world where we can meet gods and teachers, or down to the lower world where we can, for example, meet power animals or have visionary experiences. And on these journeys, we very often encounter animals, spirits, gods and guardians and guides, and they may speak to us, and we may speak to them. We may get help from them. They may give us healing or point out the gateway to our healing. So what are you seeking for? Well, basically, you're just really opening yourself to vision, through the trance drumming, through moving the mind away from the everyday. And that vision can bring healing. You can, of course, remove an intrusion. Say someone has put a hook in you. You can do soul retrieval, which is when you experience something very hard and awful in your life, where part of you gets split off and needs to be encountered, befriended, healed and reintegrated, so that it's not crying in the background, drawing energy and directing your life in an obscure way that you can't understand. Why am I doing this? There are various techniques which are listed on my website and on the blog associated with this. For example, there's a use of talismans. Say, there's some mental script which keeps happening, some endless hurt from your family. You can create a talisman, put that mental script in the talisman and bury it in the earth so that your mind is freed from it and the earth is healing. And always you must make arrangements for your return. You must never stay in the shamanic realms after your 20 minutes, half an hour of shamanic journeying. So shamanic journeying is different from mysticism because it's active. You see, mysticism is contact with the vastness, often using body energies, whereas shamanism is active journeying, active vision work, active healing. It's not as open to oneness in the sense of the mystic. Another thing I would say is it's essential to have contact with nature if you're doing shamanic work. There are dark shamans who are full of ego. There are rule-bound, the bureaucrats of shamanism. It must be done this way. Often academics escape from academe, but bring the structures and habits of academe to shamanism, analysing it and saying, oh yes, there's this branch and this branch and this branch. But shamanism is so much more vast and deep than academe. You know, the discourses of the moment that one has to go through when one's in university. I've been in 5. So you have to avoid all that and be in touch with nature. Because certainly, I mean, in the west of Ireland now, the ancient Druid path believed that everything had a soul. Every place you're in has spirits of place. The earth itself is healing. It's so wonderful to contact the earth every morning when you get up. Go outside, greet the rising sun, greet the ancient hills, greet the different directions. And indeed, I think a very important contribution of the Irish spiritual path to shamanism is the concept of fire in the head or inspiration. There's a whole Druid energy work system called the Cauldrons of Warming. That's on my Druid Forest School course. And so the ancient Irish Druids did a lot of journeying, often secluding themselves in dark places. But the whole purpose is to rise the energy of inspiration, to liberate the fire in the head. And I'd like to read you some snatches from poems about the ancient Irish spiritual form. So here's one by W.B. Yeats about the Hazelwood, which isn't far from here at all in Sligo. Beautiful place. I went out to the Hazelwood because a fire was in my head, and cut and peeled a hazel wand, and hooked a berry to a thread. I've put the poem in full in the blog. And here's the song of Amagin, the great druid of the Milesians, the last of the invasions in the Iron Age island, when he spoke of shamanic connection to everything and the shamanic ability we must develop of shape-shifting. I am wind on the sea, I am ocean wave, I am roar of the sea, I am stag of 7 tines, I'm hawk on a cliff, and so on. And shamanic healing, by the way, can take quite diverse ways as you develop them on my course. So very briefly, I've got an account here which is on the blog of someone who healed a dog and healed the dog energetically. And what the healer saw in his mind's eye as he healed the dog proved to be exactly what was physically wrong with the dog. And that physical wrongness got healed a few days later. Here's a wonderful example also in the blog of chakra healing, how the shaman read the client, felt tense energy, painful emotions around the heart center, and then got a spirit guide to remove a huge block. I've mentioned a healing example of a talisman. You can use crystals as well. You can use chakras. So that's my brief survey of the shamanic journey. Have a look at my course on Earthstar website. Shamanic Healer is the course. I look forward to working with you. Thank you.